Welcome, everybody. My name is Colleen O'Connor, and I am a certified Yuen Method master practitioner. Today, we're doing a free Yuen Method group session on balancing your hormones naturally. And I decided to do this because it was coming up a lot for people in my world about hormones, and I think a lot of people aren't aware that you can do it. That's yet one other application of the Yuen Method to work on hormones. So, to recap, for those who are tuning in and who are not familiar with the Yuen Method, the Yuen Method was created by Dr. Cam Yuen, and he passed away last year. He was a 35th generation Shaolin Kung Fu master, a chiropractor, and an aerospace engineer. And he took all three of those disciplines to create the Yuen Method. And it occurred over time, and it got faster and faster and more sophisticated. As I should even say, actually, not as much sophisticated as more simple and just fast and even more powerful as time went on, because he was always updating and upgrading it. What it is a technique that works on the energetic level to improve people's lives in all areas: health, fitness, finances, relationships, career, purpose, what he called less aging. I call it youthfulness just because most people get kind of confused. So in all areas of life. So a lot of people will come to the Yuen Method because they've had some sort of what seems like a health issue that can't be resolved by anything else. And that's what happened for me. I had a situation where for 3 months, I was off of work. I couldn't eat. And when I say eat, I could not like bite, chew. And it was getting worse and worse. I was seeing all kinds of doctors, even alternative practitioners, and it was not helping, and it was getting worse. I went to Dr. Yuen, and the next day I was eating like pretty much back to normal. It took a couple other sessions to get some more of the finer points down, but that was a huge turning point, and that's why I do this method, because I knew then and there that I wanted to bring this to other people so that they could get relief from whatever things that they were going through that nothing else was resolving. So the way that this works is that it works with the nervous system and recognizes that the nervous system is what he called your biocomputer, so your biological computer. And when I'm working with clients, what I'm doing is I'm getting out of my mental thinking, coming in, making sure I'm activating what we call our physical intelligence. So my nervous system and my ability to perceive, intuit, and feel what's going on with you. And so I'm connecting my nervous system to your nervous system, kind of like computers when you're networking computers, so that when you tell me, oh, my head hurts, I can look to see what's actually going on. I can feel, is that truly where the issue starts from or not? And if that's not it, then what is it? And I identify what that is. I energetically make you strong to it, make you strong to deleting it, and delete all the negative accumulated effects of whatever that issue was. So we call that in the Yuen Method strong or weak. So something makes you either strong or makes you weak. Just like a computer, it's 1 or 0. It's either this or it is that. So that's how it works so quickly, because it can tune in and see, well, is it this or is it that? Where is the weakness? And whatever that is, we're going to make you strong to it. We're going to delete it and delete all of the effects energetically. Because it works energetically, we can do this from anywhere. So one other thing I want to explain about that, actually, I forgot to mention, is how it started was because Dr. Yuen was a Kung Fu master. And when he was young, he was in competitions. And when he was with a competitor and they were sparring and fighting, he could feel where that person's weaknesses were. Because he could feel where the weaknesses were, then he could basically attack those weak areas in the body and win. And he was very successful. And when he later became a chiropractor, same thing, where he already had that skill so highly developed. When he was working on clients, he could feel where their weaknesses were. And he realized he could switch things around and use that ability to identify what the weak areas were in the body to strengthen it. He figured out a way to energetically strengthen it and eventually to do it without even having to touch them. And that's why I'm able to do this with you through YouTube without you having to be in the same room. With all that said, we're going to get started here. First, I like to do with these sessions just a few moments of kind of getting us grounded and in a little bit of a meditation. So, wherever you are, if you are, unless you're driving, taking a few moments to just feel your feet on the ground and bringing all your awareness into this time, in this space, in this dimension. Taking a couple of deep breaths and just breathing at your own pace and comfort level. And letting go of whatever was on your mind or that you were dealing with before, whatever is waiting for you after, and just bring all of your attention, your energy here to your body right here and right now. Feeling your feet on the ground, feeling your seat in the chair, and feel a nice light coming from above, whatever color works for you, if that's white, pink, purple, or anything else, coming from the heavens above. And feeling that energy from the universe, from the higher source coming down, feeling that come down and move into the top of your head, into your crown chakra, feeling that connection, taking a deep breath, letting it go, and letting go of anything that might be blocking your connection to all the universal support, any mental, any emotional, spiritual, psychological, or psychic hooks, cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, or any energies at all. With each breath, strengthening and deleting, letting that go, opening this up to receive, and then feeling this energy, whatever color you have identified for yourself, feeling that move down now into your third eye, into your sixth chakra. Taking a deep breath there, letting go, cleaning, clearing anything that does not belong. It's not you, not yours. Anything from experts, ancestors, collective, education, even yourself, your family, cultural, religious, any other influences, any mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic energies, attachments, letting them go. And then feel this energy now moving down into your throat chakra. Taking a deep breath and cleansing and clearing anything that might be blocking your true expression, your truth, your whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Any hooks, any cords, any ties, any attachments, any sentiments, any stories. On a mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic levels, cleansing, cleaning, and clearing anything that's not yours, sending it away, letting it go, and feeling this energy now move into your heart chakra, opening up the heart, clearing the heart, clearing any sadness, any grief, any sorrow from experts, from ancestors, from collective, from education, from yourself, family, cultural, religion, and any other influences, any other time and space, the mental and emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic, any traumas, any illnesses, limitations, fears, and karmas. Letting them go. Moving out of your heart, allowing true joy to come into your heart. And then feeling this energy move into your solar plexus, your power center, strengthening the power center, clearing the power center of any hooks, cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, stories, any mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic, anything that's blocking your power, full expression of your power, opening up the power center, connecting the power center to the universe and universe to the power center, Taking a deep breath, letting go of anything that's not you, not yours, it does not belong, does not serve. Feeling this energy go down now into your second chakra. Breathing into the second chakra, opening it, cleansing it, clearing it. Your creative expression, your creative center, reproductive center, your sexual power, sexual energy, letting that completely open, clear any mental, any emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic, any traumas, illnesses, limitations, fears, karmas, curses, or spells, any hooks, cords, ties, attachments, sentiments, stories, and then move and open and clear. Taking a deep breath. And feel this energy now move into your root chakra, clearing out the root chakra of anything that's not you, not yours, it does not belong. Letting it open, let it be balanced, center stable, neutral, and calm. And let this root chakra now grow roots down into your hips, into the bottom of your torso, into your legs, the tops of your legs. These roots grow down now into your knees, into your upper legs, into your ankles, into your feet, your heels, into the top of your feet and the bottom of your feet, the bottom of your toes, into the ball of your feet. And the roots grow from the ball of your feet down into the earth, down into the core of the earth, anchoring yourself strongly. These roots connecting, wrapping around the core, feeling that support, that connection, and feeling that earth energy now move up, pushing and pressing into the bottoms of your feet, pressing into the balls of your feet, the bottoms of your toes, your heels, your arch, outside of the feet, into the center of the feet, moving it into the heels, and this rooted energy, this earth energy moving into your ankles, into your lower legs, your knees, your upper legs, bottom of the torso, root chakra. Earth energy now moves up into your second chakra, breathing as needed, as you feel guided, and then deep breathing into your solar plexus. Earth energy moves up into your heart, into your throat, into your third eye, up into your crown chakra. And then feel it moving on up into what's called the ace chakra. Ace chakra is about 2 feet above your head, and feel it moving up into the heavens. So now you have confluence of energy coming from above, from the universe above, and from the earth below. So you have support in all directions. From this grounded place, bringing your awareness again back into your body, back into your feet, bringing you back into this physical dimension, physical universe, physical existence, physical time, physical space, physical body, surroundings. And then gently opening your eyes. Okay, so first, I want to work on the group as a whole. I want to make sure we've got your physical intelligence strongly activated and working, and then we will get into some specific requests. So, first, we are going to, let me do one thing here on Zoom. If you have any requests or questions, you can put them in the chat. Just checking here. So, first we are going to, excuse me. I'm getting a delay. Okay. All right. So let's tune into the group here. And I'm working with the group that's not only in watching this live right now, but also those who are going to watch it afterwards, so that you feel the benefits and the energy of this, regardless of when and how you're watching this and tuning into this. So strengthening everybody who's connected to 100% infinite potential, 100% of the time, infinite time. Strengthening everybody's physical intelligence, and that's not infinite potential. Strengthening the midline, the cranial brain, spinal cord, all 6 brains, the cranial, the spinal, the tail, the sacrum, coccyx, and then also I like to work on the reptilian brain, making sure those are all strengthened, even and connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergized, fit, and working together. Making sure everyone's neutral, positive, not positive, negative, negative, neutral. And strengthening everybody's mind and spirit, strengthening your mind, strengthening your spirits. Make sure your mind is not in your spirit. So mind out of the spirit out of the mind. See other people's minds, other people's spirits. So clearing other people's spirits out of your spirit. So clearing other people's spirits out of your spirit. Make them even, one contained. Make you strong to them, separate from them, separate them from you, and send them away back to where they came from. Other dimensions, universes, existence, time, place, places unknown, black hole, wormhole, dark energy, dark matter. Okay, detach, neutral. Eliminate, free, independent, release, protect, forgive, forget. Okay, body, mind, spirit, strong, separate, strong together. Okay, so making sure that whoever's watching here is okay with body, mind, and spirit being separate and also together. Connecting, communicate, coordinating, synergize, fit in, working together. Okay. Deleting all your thinking, emotions, strengthening your intuition, feeling, and your perception. Feeling, your perception, your intuition. Feeling strong versus weak. Able, willing. So some willing, ready, deserving, neutral. See it, believe it, expect, imagine it. Imagination to reality on the spot. Okay, then we want the manifestations triad: answers, actions, results. So we're going to strengthen you for actions to getting what you want. And why is that weak? It's non-physical. It's psychic. It's other people's stuff. It's collective. It's cultural, even a little bit religious. Your spouses, descendants. This comes up. This is something in the Yuen Method because throughout history, so often, and even currently, humanity is so used to not getting answers for what is bothering them. So we're going to make you strong for getting those answers and then taking the actions based on getting those answers. Fast, not fast. Slow, not slow. Neutral. Okay. Okay, and then let's strengthen the group. Everyone in the group connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergizing, fitting in. So everybody fitting in. Time zones, cultures, locations, cities, countries, states, non-physical, psychological. So psychologically even, everyone even with yourselves, even with each other, even with me. All of you strong to the Yuen Method. Some weaknesses there. Yuen or Method, Dr. Yuen. Okay, so that happens a lot when people first get into Yuen Method. They're fascinated by it, they're into it, but there can be weaknesses with actually Dr. Yuen himself. And there's any number of reasons. What comes at first is spiritual teachers, other lifetimes, teachers in general, martial arts, Chinese men, Chinese culture, Chinese medicine, actually. West versus east, east versus west, even acupuncture comes up. So those weaknesses deleted out of your body, your spirit, your mind. So reset, reprogram, restart your body, spirit, mind, your thinking, your awareness, perception, reposition, repurpose, realign. Okay, balance, center, stable. So everything I'm doing here is we're syncing everybody up, getting everybody in alignment so that you really feel and perceive all the benefits of what we're doing here today. Okay, I'm just checking everyone strong to deletion. There's a little weakness there. So the parts of deletion are eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive. So forgive. Strong for forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others, people forgive you, you forgive others. And that's even other lifetimes. Sources, the reasons, the causes. Deleting those sources, reasons, causes out of the past, out of the future. Forget, unconditional. So to forget the past, letting go of the old self, weakness for this group, able, willing. So willing to let go. Body of the spirit, mind. So the spirit. So strengthen your spirit to let go. Commitment. Expect it. Imagination to reality on the spot. Okay. I'm going to strengthen the mind and spirit again. Sending them away. Resetting and make you strong to be strengthened. Strengthen you to 100%, infinite potential, down to 0, minus infinity. Okay, that's the steps of strengthening. Okay, that's good. Let's strengthen the boundaries and dynamics. Internal boundaries goes weak. Internal dynamics goes weak. Okay, so this group here, that's because we need more physical intelligence strengthening. We do that again, go a little deeper on physical intelligence. Strengthen your computers, your internal computers. More flexibility in the internal computers. Coordinating the computers and speed. So too much slowness. Oh, the spirit wants to be slow. Nope, no slowness. We need to be fast internally. That means everything in your system operating, pulsing, quickly, fast. Okay, and then telepathic communication within yourself, in your structures, systems, organ, tissue, your cells. Telepathic communication in the cells needs to be strong. In the empty spaces, DNA, subcellular, a lot of interference, interruption, disturbance, distractions. And that's just kind of on the planet and in the world. So clear you of that. Okay, and then neutrality. Back to neutral. You back to neutral. Okay, and then what comes up is delete the fragmentation, separation, disconnection. So make sure all parts of you coming back together, your soul, higher source, higher self. So everyone here to your higher source to you. Receive it, feel it, perceive it. To your brain. So turning on, making sure that brain receiver is on to 100% infinite potential and connecting to source. Okay. And then your physical awareness, you receive. Okay, so starting everyone here to receive, feel, perceive. So perception of the group needs to be stronger. Okay, really receive this, feel, allow it. So more neutral, it's totally neutral. Of being here, not being here, listening in, not listening in, live, not live, while it's recording, after it's recording. Okay, strength need to be to get it regardless. That's the mind, strengthening the mind, the resistance, rejection, reverse perception. Okay. Okay, then more stability in the mind, the conscious, subconscious, non-conscious, and the cells and the quantum particles, activating that strongly. Okay, cells to tissues, tissue to cells. Okay, your sacral brain needs to be stronger, strengthening that. All sources, reasons, causes, and the future. Some weaknesses to the future in the group, so clear the future weaknesses. That's external, that's collective, that's cultural. Uncertainty, clearing all uncertain, being certain, not being certain, uncertain, not uncertain, knowing, not knowing, clear, not clear. When it comes from the ancestors, weaknesses about all their so much uncertainty that they're weakened by you being certain. So eliminate, free, independent release. Okay. Okay. Resetting. Instructing you to be at the speed of light, at, below, instructing your physical potential, and instructing the digestive system. Okay. Now let's go back and check the group. Strong for getting better, not getting better, getting worse, not getting worse, neutral. Affected, not affected. And let's sync everybody else. Make sure everybody's nervous systems are synced up. That's good. Physical intelligence are strong and syncing with each other. Higher selves. Heart to heart. Telepathic communication with themselves and each other. Leading the karma. Strengthen the relationship. Perception and speed. Okay. And let's strengthen the fitness. Let's actually midline again. Tense it, untense it, no effort. Midline needs to be stronger. Tensing, untense, more action. So you're really feeling this, getting it. Strengthen the tail, attach the tail down to the ground, front protect, up connect. So there's a missing tail. This is something in the Yuen method. We used to have a tail, and it's a balancing mechanism. So on an energetic level, we want to connect that missing tail, make it strongly connected and attached, and then drop it down to the ground. So it's like almost like a three-prong thing where you've got your legs and a tail. So it's like a three-legged stool down to the ground, up and then in front of you to protect you energetically from anything that's not serving, and then connect it to your crown chakra up to the universe. So it's like where you can magnet and you can get information from the universe. So all those nice and strong. Okay. And then strengthen everybody strong to each other's questions, topics. Okay. All right. So now I want to work specifically on hormones. I want to talk just a little bit before I do actual strengthening, which is there's a lot of what we call in the Yuen method, misinformation, misinterpretation, mistaken identity, and misfit in the world about what creates hormone problems. There's so much collective about, oh, well, once you hit this age, you're going to have all these problems, but that doesn't have to happen. That happens actually a lot because we get connected to the collective thought process of that, the collective experience of that, and the collective misinformation about that. So we're going to clear all of that for everyone watching this. So all the misinterpretation, let's see, what's the biggest weakness? Actually, it's the mistaken identity, which is sensations, emotions, and reactions. In the non-conscious, external. So strengthening you to be strongly separate, independent, neutral from other people's, especially the collective sensations, emotions, reactions in general, and then specifically about age, hormones, endocrine system, body functions. And I'm not just talking about menopause here; it can happen at any age too, and not just women, but also men, because men go through their things as they get through midlife with losing testosterone, affecting their hair growth, affecting their fitness, etc., their libido. So we want to just clear all of what's coming up now, which is what we call false tools: the lying, denying, numbing, shutting down, suppressing, forgetting. So as we get through certain in life, we have these what we call false tools in the Yuen method, which is lying, denying, numbing, shutting down, suppressing, and forgetting. As we have experiences of life that we don't want to connect with or remember, or things we don't like about our current life, we tend to, as a human race, rely upon these false tools. So we want to delete those, the habits, the patterning, the programming, the spirit, the mind. We want to open the exit portals of the body under chin, under arm, hands, fingers, feet, toe, colon, genital, bladder, sacrum. Opening all the exit portals, making them strong. All this energy that's coming up, down and out, going out the exit portals. Okay. What comes up is diagnoses. So we clear out a group for misdiagnoses about hormones. I mean, how many women do you know who have had hysterectomies? I mean, it's so barbaric. And I'm going to clear triggers for people because I can feel myself getting triggered, and I feel it will trigger others as well. So digging the triggers, issues, the choices, sensations, emotions, and reactions. It's coming from outside in the mind, non-physical. It's psychic, so clear all those hooks, cord, ties, attachment, sentiment, stories, ancestors, collective, education, doctors, even things that are out in social media, online, whatever, all that information, and clearing any religious influences, peers, descendants, so clearing that. Okay, and some karmas, direct, indirect, partial, and direct karmas. That's ancestors, collective. Okay. So what is a real cause when there are, in general, for the group and for collective, that's creating all these hysterectomies? From outside, it's in the mind, it's psychological, collective, it's yourselves. I even get coworkers, spouses. And is it mostly from this life or other lifetimes? It's from other lifetimes. I get even other planets. Take that for what it's worth. Yuen Method, we don't judge. Whatever comes up, we strengthen and delete. So clear those influences out of everybody's bodies, minds, spirits, the conscious, subconscious, non-conscious level. Clear the traumas, deep traumas of the brain. It's cranial, spinal, tail, the sacrum, the coccyx, and reptilian, all the lower brains and the reptilian. Eliminate, free, independent release. Time to release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. The sources, delete the reasons, delete the causes. There's some abuse, punishment, loss. Men to women, men to men. So many women to men, actually. So clearing that. Definitely other lifetimes. So we're clearing all this of everybody's psyche, field, energy, body, spirit, mind. So now it's in the spirit level. So clearing out the spirit. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Okay, so I know it probably sounds like weird. What do you mean hysterectomies? Having to do with all the stuff you just cleared. This is how the Yuen Method works. We don't assume, we don't go with what the collective says, what is out in the world. We feel and perceive and intuit what is strong or weak. What is the weakness? However weird, logical, not logical, we find it, we make it strong to it, and we delete it. So let's delete it. The sources, the reasons. There's some reasons, causes out of the past, out of the future. So clear the future, distant, far distant. Scar tissue. Clearing scar tissue and the organs. the cells, empty spaces. So clearing that. And it's actually on a non-physical level. It's a psychic. So psychic scarring. So clearing the psychic scarring, all those scars even, and then deleting the scarring cells and empty spaces. Clearing the lymph, the nodes, the vessels, the ducts, the center, breaking it down, separation, independent motion, energy. Okay, clearing that. Forgive, forget, unconditional. Okay, now, now the other thing that comes up in relationship to hormone imbalance is relationships. In relationship to, is it with yourself or with others? With yourself. So first you to yourself, yourself to you. So let's strengthen that. And what is weakening the relationship with the self? Inside of you, the mind, non-physical. So strengthen, clear the mind, the conscious, the non-conscious level. It's psychic. This lifetime. So your psychic is it your lives to you or from you? To you. Things coming to you. Psychic and interferences to you. Okay, so it's you, but it's you to yourself, but interrupted by psychic influences from others, from collective. So collective disturbance, distraction, interference, interruption, distraction. So clean the distraction. Cells, empty spaces, subcellular. Okay. Resetting, reprogram, restart the memories. Let's clear the memories, imprints, residuals, remains. All the accumulated effects of everything we strengthened so far. Beyond infinite. So beyond infinite effects, that's pretty intense. So clear that, make them even, make them finite, make them contained. Even, finite, contained. Shrink them down, serious to silly, heavy to light, big to little. Okay, we make them little so it's easier to get rid of them. So strong to these effects, make you strong to them, separate them from you, send them away. Other dimensions, universe exists, time, place is unknown. Black hole, wormhole, dark energy, dark matter. The memories, imprints, residuals, remnants, remains, some attachments. You attaching it or to you? It to you. So any attachments, some spirit attachments, make them even, contain one, hundreds of them, cross multiple time and space, very strong to them, separate from you, send them away. Places unknown. Okay, clear them, resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Everyone to receive, to feel, to perceive. I need any resistance, any rejection, any reverse perception. You to yourself, you to the planet, you to the universe. Okay, all you again back to the universe. You to universe, universe to you. Brain receiver to universe. Okay. You to your soul, your higher source, higher self. Results, insight, truth, expertise, rejection. So clearing any rejection. So allowing, not allowing, accepting, not accepting, resisting, not resisting, rejecting, rejecting. So what's with the rejection? You rejecting yourself, you're rejecting others. So rejecting of self. So clearing the rejecting of self. Non-physical, psychological. So psychological. Patterns, programs, clear that. The mind, subconscious, so program, make all the programs even, big to little, heavy to light, serious to silly, so strong to it, separate from it, and send them all away. These programs to other dimensions, etc. and delete them down to 0. Have them, not have them, neutral. The hooks, cord, ties, attached. So attachments, you attaching to it, it's attaching to you, everything's attaching to you. Again, more spirit attachments. Now it's more like 10, 20, 30, 40, 60 of them. Make them even, one contained. Stronger them, separate from them, send them away. Delete the trauma, the fear, the karma, so all the fears. Okay, if those of you that know me, I yawn and twitch around when I do this work because that's just how my body processes energy. I have a very fast nervous system. So deleting that. Forgive, forget, unconditional. The memories, imprints, residual, remnants, remains, attachment. Okay, so you all to you, to yourself, yourself to you, total unconditional. So let's strengthen unconditional acceptance. Acceptance is good. Rejection feels better. Strengthen your perception. Speed you up. Again, strengthen the mind, emptying the mind, send the mind away. Strong separate together. Okay. Now, I know we've got some specific requests. We're going to reset, reprogram, restart. I got a request here. Shelly, we're going to work on your request. And skin. So interesting that you brought up skin because that was another topic I was looking at doing. So I will do another group on specifically on skin. I know it comes up for me a lot, and with the change in weather and just all the stuff that's happening in the world can affect our skin. Okay, so skin is related to hormones, of course. So dry, irritated, and texture. Irritation. So the irritation. So let's strengthen, delete, make dry, irritated, and texture all even. And then delete the weaknesses on a general level. Psychic. So it's actually psychic. Others to you. Their irritations. And that their irritations, but their irritations are actually coming from outside of them. An emotional irritation. Actually, some spirits again, some dark energy. Clear them. It's the collective and education. So we clear those influences. How many? Thousands, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands of them. Wow, that's a lot. Make them even, make them one, contained, strong to them, separate from them, send them away. Other dimensions, universes, existence, time, place, etc. Forgive, forget. Okay, clear out the mind, subconscious, non-conscious. Some fears, internal fears. So now our internal fears, going to make them all even, make them one, contained. Okay, let's clear this. Reset, reprogram, restart. Okay, wait, memories, imprints, residuals, remnants. Okay, that's good. Okay, so reset, reprogram, restart. If you're here, Shelly, if you can, you can chat. You want to let me know how it's going. If you're feeling a shift. Okay, live chat. Okay, what else is there? How much better? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So 70%. So now psychological comes up again. Let's see, 5, 2. So obsession. Whose obsession? Other people's. Family. So family members who have obsessive tendencies, siblings. So clearing the siblings of their obsessive tendencies. There's emotional. It comes up. Wow, I think I hit a big one here. Miasms. What is that? So spell. This lifetime, even. Some childhood. Casting a spell or receiving a spell? Casting. So something from sibling. Will clear the sibling, their mind. Okay, so I'm actually putting a spell on him. I know it sounds weird, like spells. What is this? The Middle Ages? It's what comes up as a weakness. Um, okay, now it's other lifetimes. Speaking of Middle Ages, as soon as I said that. So clearing other lifetimes, him receiving spells. So clearing all those experiences across all time and space. And for you, deleting, taking it on, holding, owning it, wearing it, carrying. So you being, so clearing your empathy, sympathy. Now, I just want to state for the record, when I clear empathy, sympathy, it's not that I'm encouraging anyone to be like a sociopath. It's that energetically, we won't want to be taking other people's stuff. And it doesn't make you a bad person by not taking on other people's stuff. So we want to delete that empathy, sympathy where you are taking it on. So deleting that body, mind, spirit, brains, core, managing nerves. It's in the nerves. So the nerves fluid. So strengthening the nerves, junctures, cells, nerve fibers, nerve endings, neurojunctions, neurovascular, neuromuscular, even neurolymphatic. Okay. More oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen. Some waste product in there, the nerves. Feed the waste product out. So nervous system to the nerves and clearing the nerves. Clearing the black holes of the body and the nerves, so we can clear out the black holes to everything move out of the body faster, speed up the body to remove it, speed the body strong to the speed. And the empty spaces. Whew. Shelley, are you feeling this? Because I am definitely feeling it. Whew. So opening everything up, everything moving out. Okay. Eliminate, free, independent release, forgive, forget, resetting, reprogram, restart. Okay, now comes up evening out the skin layers. The first, the second layer, third layer. Nerves to skin feels a lot better. Skin itself actually feels strong. So this issue, okay, we said, what was it? Dry, irritated texture. Texture comes up. Okay, so let's strengthen the skin layers, balancing the skin layers. The texture, non-physical, psychic again. Attachments, so dark energies, so clearing them out of your mind. So non-conscious. So make them even, one, contain, strong to them, separate from, send them away. Other dimensions, etc. Take their trauma, their fears. It's from the past. It's other lifetimes. It's like I get like being in like a dungeon in a cold, dark cement. Wow. Okay, let's clear that. A lot happening. House distracting. Okay, no worries. No worries if you can't reply. Just do the best you can. You know how it goes. We'll feel into it. Just reset, reprogram, restart, clear your house. Application of all the strengthening, feng shui, boundaries, dynamics, vertices, the distractions, interferences, interruptions in your mind, the family members, the place itself. Okay. Bring all your energy back together. Balance, center, stable. Calm, calm, calm. Grounded. Reset, body, mind, spirit. Okay. So dry, irritated, and texture. Reset, reprogram, restart. Okay, it feels like that is stronger. Psychic. So clear, let's see. Some residuals. Okay, I'm going to strengthen you for getting better, not getting better, getting worse, not getting worse, neutral. Okay, and then you and everyone here, sensations, emotions, reactions. We call that the mistaken identity triad in the Yuen Method. Mistaken identity means that, so I'm just take a minute to explain. With this method, because we are aware of the nervous system and how it is our computer that operates our body and our mind, it connects with those body, mind, and spirit. When we get misinformation or we get sensations, emotions, and reactions, things that are not true, it's like it short circuits the nervous system. It confuses the nervous system. That's why it's so detrimental when people get diagnoses that are not correct, that don't resolve issues. That is actually almost, that's a larger percent of what affects a person than whatever symptom or thing was bothering them. It's kind of like this. You have your smartphone, right? Your smartphone is a computer too. So what happens when your smartphone gets wet, right? If it gets into water, it short circuits, it interrupts, it interferes with the proper operating of the computer, of the system. That's what happens when we get misinformation and sensations and emotions and reactions. That's why with this method, there's such an emphasis on being neutral, because these sensations, emotions, and reactions upset the computer, and it makes it harder to get it back to balance. Now, if you know the method, you can get back to balance pretty quickly. So we're going to reset, reprogram, restart, clear triggers, issues, choices, some issues, sensations, emotions, and reactions. Okay, clear any blaming from outside, some worry, uncertainty, regretting from the whole group here, body, spirit, mind. We could delete all that, eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Strengthen the colon of all the exit portals and let everything go down and out. Okay. Okay, let's see. The skin thing, that feels better. Okay, now I also want to work specifically on, let's check on the group on how are everybody's hormones. There's some weaknesses. Physical, non-physical. Is it the it is the endocrine system? So strengthen the endocrine system. There are some weaknesses, but the weaknesses are not physical to start. It's external. It's in the mind. It's non-physical. And it's psychic. So a lot of psychic, and I've been having this as well. A lot of psychic stuff going on in the world right now. World events, but also time of year, holidays, weather change, season change. It tends to be a heavy kind of time of year. So we're going to clear all these psychic inputs from, is it spirits, other or self, from other people. So strengthen the group, be strong to any psychic inputs, strongly separate from it, independent from it, affected, not affected, bothered, not bothered, neutral. Clear your astral, clear your aura, etheric, and your spirit. Clear all these levels. And actually, what's coming up most for the group is family. So clearing family members' inputs. And it's actually not even more parents. It's other family members, descendants. So clearing all those influences. And what are those influences? It's their psychological weaknesses. So clearing those weaknesses. Again, with the obsessive thing. So more obsession about what? What are they obsessing about? What area of life? So in area of life, we've got health, money, less aging, fitness, career, relationships, food, and physical intelligence. So food. So clearing everybody about the food. Also, because everybody chows down pretty heavily this time of year. So food, no food, eating, not eating, cooking and not cooking, nothing, a little, a lot, quickly, slowly. So it's all the knots. So all the knots, not having this, not getting that. So let's clear all the knots. Body, spirit, mind. Also, I just want to say, if there's any other requests, now we're going to wrap up soon. So if you have anything else in the chat, speak now or book a session. So clearing all the psychic about food. Yeah, a lot of, again, food, that's a whole other thing that goes back to a lot of misinformation. This, especially in the United States, making it way too complicated. Food is simple. Eat food. Don't think about it, worry about it, talk about it, read things about it, enjoy it. No judging, criticizing, blame, complaining about it, worry, and certain defending, regretting defending comes up. All the triggers, all the issues, all the choices, and why is everybody weakening about food? Okay, so when it comes to food, and I check in on a triad that is disease, war, and famine, because those are some heavy things that happen throughout human history. Famine. So clearing all the starvation. So having too much triggers having nothing. So clearing, and that comes from ancestors, your family members, even this lifetime, family members who lived through tough times. And it may not even them. It was more their family members, their elders. So clearing all those, let's see, fears, a lot of fears. So clearing the fears, make them all even. Lead down to zero, minus infinity. Okay, so I just want to point out, here we are, a hormone balancing, and you think the collective is going to tell you hormones, you got to take drugs, or you have to do a million kinds of supplements, or any number of other things. What's coming up mostly has been psychic, has been other people's issues, and has been collective and ancestral and family stuff around food and starving. So that's not going to come up in a doctor's appointment. That's why we do this method, because we want to get to the real root. Now, I'm not telling you don't go see a doctor. I'm not a doctor. So, but I can tell you, if you're going to do medications or supplements or anything like that, do this method to clear whatever is really at the root. Then you may or may not actually need those things, because we can actually energetically strengthen your hormones. Now, so far, it hasn't come up to actually strengthen the hormones. Let's check in on that now. So let's check in everybody's levels here. Estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. So testosterone's a little weak. Excess or deficiency, excess. So clearing excess testosterone. The thyroid, thymus, hypothalamus. So clear the hypothalamus, the excess testosterone. The structure, systems, oriented to the cells, quantum particles, empty spaces, the chromosomes, DNA, subcellular, the nerves, the fluids. Okay. So let's check the hormone levels: estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. Let's download everybody here, increase the oxytocin level. Feels like that could be stronger. Oxytocin to the pituitary to the pineal. So strengthen this group. Oxytocin to the pineal gland. Penetration to the mitochondria, to inside the cells. Where is it at? Out of 100%, 10, 20, 70, up to 80, up to 90, up to 100%. Strengthen to all the receptor sites, to the blood. Excuse me. Oh, I guess I needed that. Onto the medulla oblongata, adrenals. So this group here: reset, reprogram, restart. Adrenals, strengthen the adrenals, kidneys, endocrine system. Let's see, hormones, glands, or gastrointestinal. I am going to download some HGH to the pituitary, to the pineal, hypothalamus. So pineal and hypothalamus, more HGH levels. So cranking up the HGH, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Is that 50%? So it needs to be stronger. So downloading more HGH to those particular glands, 10, let's see, 50, up to 60, up to 70, up to 80, up to 90, up to 100% infinite potential. Okay, that feels stronger, and connect that to the blood also, and to the sexual organs, and to the skin layers. Okay. Okay, so let's check the hormone levels: estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, oxytocin, HGH, prostaglandin. A little weakness there, a little excess. We'll clear excess prostaglandin out of the cells, out of empty spaces, DNA, the thyroid, hypothalamus. Okay, kidneys, heart. Okay, and balance all those. Balance any excess, deficiency. So where if there's any deficiency. Okay, prostaglandin. Okay, and then melatonin. Let's see, melatonin. So melatonin, balancing the melatonin levels. So melatonin to go to sleep, serotonin to wake you up. So balance serotonin, melatonin, melatonin, serotonin, balance. In the pituitary, pineal, thyroid, thymus, hypothalamus, kidneys, gastrointestinal, pancreas, in the blood, production, distribution. Okay, I guess I do this. I'm really feeling it. Let's see. Resetting the group. Okay, what's throwing off those levels? Non-physical, psychological, internal. So now it's internal. And that has some psychological fears, phobias. So let's clear whatever that is. Make them even, one contained, and delete them of the body, the spirit, the mind. This out of the mind. So some obsessive compulsive because of illness and fears of the lifetimes, all the lifetime influences, the ancestors, collective, yourself, family members, deleting that down to zero minus infinity. Okay, and then fears about food and eating. So being eaten, being hunted. Okay, clear all those experiences of the lifetimes, bring them all together. What comes up is being eaten, being cooked, being hunted, recipient, deleting that. It's on the etheric level of the mind. Excuse me. Clearing the trauma, the fears, punishment, fear of punishment. And it was that punishment to eat too much, not enough, to eating too much food. Taking from others, taking from you, withholding food. Okay, all these heavy things. So make them all, a lot of stuff coming up. Bring it all together, make it even, make it finite, contained, and delete that down to zero minus infinity. I definitely hit on something because I am yawning like crazy. The more I yawn, that means the bigger the energy that I am deleting. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, restarting everyone, balancing, centering, stabilizing. Okay, any memories? What comes up is clearing all these experience memories, imprints, residual remnants, remnants and remains of the psyche, field, the energy, the body, the spirit, the mind, all the organs, the cells, empty spaces. Okay, so now let's just check in general for the group food to endocrine. Strengthen it to 100% infinite potential down to zero minus infinity. Okay, let's strengthen the internal boundaries. So the external boundaries are weak. Okay, let's strengthen that. External boundaries, interdynamics to external dynamics. Okay, so making that strong. And then why does that go weak? Emotions. Okay, let's strengthen the group for any sensations, emotions, reactions, some reactions and emotions, and the mind. And that's sensations, emotions, reactions, sources or reasons of causes, patterns, programming about that create that. And a lot of tension in the mind, subconscious, non-conscious, anger even. A lot of emotions, bitterness, isolated. Okay, and where is this coming from? Excuse me, that's collective and religion. Is that this or other lifetimes need the triggers, the issues, the choices, and relationships? Excuse me, relationships, other lifetimes. Okay, relationships, other lifetimes, other weaknesses. Is that with self, with yourself, other lifetimes? It's because of isolation and punishment. So all those experiences of isolation and punishment. Well, isolation creating punishment. So clearing that out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind, conscious, subconscious, non-conscious. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't know what she's talking about, that is okay. You don't have to understand the Yuen method. You don't have to know on a mental level what I'm doing. Your only requirement is to be open and to feel and allow and accept what is all this strengthening. that what is to accept what's coming up and to let it go and to feel the shift. Okay, anything else? Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget. The hooks, cord, ties, attachments, stories. Okay, that feels a lot better. We're going to need to wrap up here. Okay, so if anybody is able to say how you're feeling with hormones and eating, anything else with the food? I get like 400 other things, which is actually not too bad. It could be millions or billions, but it's only hundreds. By 400 things, we make them even, make them one contain, and delete them out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind. Psychic things. So hooks, cord, cut the cords, the tie attachments, sentiment stories. So all these energies, make them even, one contained, strong to them, separate from them, send them all away. The sources, the reasons, the causes, out of the past, out of the future. Clear them out of the future. The immediate, the internet, the distant, the far distant, so this doesn't have to come back. So eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Attachments, sentiment stories. Okay, all the accumulated effects of everything. Infinite effects. So infinite effects, going to delete those. Delete them. The body, the spirit, the mind, out of the cells. Clear the effects out of the cells, mitochondria, outside the cells, inside the cells, the membranes, the fluid, the nuclei, subnuclei, subatomic, protons, electrons, neutrons. So clearing that level. So cells, molecules, atoms, corpuscle, the empty spaces. Clear the empty spaces of your body. Break everything down. Black holes. Forgive, forget, unconditional. Okay. Send everything and the black holes away. And then a black hole is going to put more tensing and untensing, more action energy in there from the universe. Fit, fast, strong energy to empty spaces. And then speed them up. Okay. And zip them up, as in no outside influences. Resetting, reprogramming, restarting. That feels a lot better. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. There's a couple things I want to mention. With regards to hormones, I'm not here to give a big sales pitch, but I do want to mention this because I've started taking it and I've felt some benefit myself, and it was something that Dr. Yuen recommended. So there's a product called ASEA, and it is something that it's a drink. It's a liquid that you take. And it's something that he recommended within the last couple of years of his life. And he died last year, and that was 2023. When COVID was coming about, because there was just so much effect on people's bodies with the stress of the situation, aside from just the actual physical virus itself, that, typically he would not recommend taking much of anything because you can shift things energetically. And he, like myself, both, I went through phases where I took tons and tons of supplements a day, and then started doing the Yuen Method and got away from that. That said, I still do take some things, but I use the Yuen Method to make sure I'm taking the right thing and I'm strong to taking it, and that my body is using it and is utilizing it, absorbing it, and eliminating it properly. Because you can, even though a natural supplement can be really great, if your body is not absorbing it and then not eliminating it, you can actually be doing more damage than good. So I want to mention this. I don't want to give a big sales pitch because I know that's not a great thing to do on YouTube, but I do just want to make people aware of it because I decided to become a distributor just because I figured there'd be clients here and there that might want to take it. So it's called ASEA, and it's a redox technology. So it works on the cellular level. And essentially anything that's going to activate your cells to do what they naturally do, but do it better, then that's something to look into. And I have definitely been feeling some benefits from it. And the benefits that a lot of people feel are improved sleep, digestion, and hormone balancing, as well as some other aspects as well. I'm not going to give a sales pitch, but just want to mention it on my website. There's a link to it under the more section. If you want to find out more, just reach out to me and we can chat about it. And if you're someone that does decide to take it, I would definitely strengthen you to make sure that you're going to get the benefits of it. But I do have myself felt lately, like because of everything that's going on in the world and just what we're all dealing with, that on the one hand, I still would not recommend taking tons and tons of anything, but to take a few things that are really purposeful and that are going to be effective. It's okay to use the different tools in your toolbox, not just the Yuen method. So that's my little speech for today. But I want to thank everyone for being here. Really appreciate your time. Again, my name is Colleen O'Connor, and I'm a Yuen Method master practitioner or certified practitioner. And you can connect with me at my website, ccolleenoconnor.com, which you'll see in the YouTube description. I do free 15-minute sampler sessions. So if you are still new to the Yuen method and you want to check it out and you want to be able to chat for a little bit, that's something that I offer. And feel free to reach out and you can schedule that directly on my website. But if there's a time that you need to do that doesn't work with what's offered on the website, always feel free to connect with me. And we usually find a way to make it work. Thank you so much. Stay strong, stay joyful, and have a great day.